The moon you gaze upon at night is no natural satellite at all. It is an ancient consciousness frequency anchoring device that has operated for hundreds of millions of years. To most people, the moon is merely Earth's exclusive satellite, a symbol of romance, and a force that governs ocean tides. But the truth is this: the moon is the greatest flaw in the three-dimensional matrix. It never exists to protect Earth. Instead, it imprisons every human being through frequency manipulation. Have you ever pondered the utterly abnormal proportions of the moon? Across the entire solar system, no other planet possesses a satellite with such a disproportionate size ratio. Even more eerie is that it always presents the same face to Earth, like a cold giant eye, endlessly monitoring every move of human civilization. Astronomers term this phenomenon tidal locking, but for awakened souls, it represents zero blind spot signal coverage. When the Apollo lunar module crashed into the lunar surface decades ago, the moon reverberated like a massive bell for more than 3 hours. This irrefutably proves that the moon is hollow inside. Essentially a metallic sphere disguised with a rocky outer shell, it is no celestial body formed by nature, but a colossal space station hovering in low Earth orbit. This orbital station serves two core functions. First, it emits continuous low-frequency pulses to interfere with human genetic coding, confining human consciousness within the cycles of survival anxiety and scarcity. Second, it guides the backflow of cosmic energy, trapping humanity in an endless closed loop of repetitive consciousness. Myths and legends throughout history have glorified moonlight, yet the truth is far more brutal. Moonlight is not simply sunlight reflected off a celestial surface. It is filtered cold light carrying memory-modulating instructions through specialized wavelength manipulation. This light severs humanity's connection with inner spirituality, forcing us to reincarnate repeatedly within the material world. Do you truly possess freedom? Is your thinking completely independent? Most of the time, your emotional fluctuations are covertly manipulated by lunar phases. Extreme emotions surge for countless people during full moons, precisely when the matrix amplifies its signals to harvest human energy on a large scale. This is how the frequency anchoring device drains life force en masse. We have forgotten our inherently infinite nature because the lunar matrix has erected an impenetrable barrier beyond human cognition. It fabricates the illusion of linear time, wearing us down in the cycle of birth, aging, sickness, and death, and making us oblivious to our true essence, eternal, multidimensional consciousness beings. The entire three-dimensional world is a gigantic perceptual laboratory, with the moon acting as the central server that aggregates all human consciousness vibrations. When individuals attempt to break free from matrix constraints and transcend physical mortality, they encounter a seemingly benevolent divine light at the final threshold. This is the last barrier set by the moon. It preys on human guilt and attachments to lure souls into new reincarnations. The worldly narrative calls this in number 34. Spiritual refinement and karmic repayment, and number 34. But the underlying truth is simple. The matrix thrives on low-frequency human emotions, which fuel its perpetual operation. If these words resonate deeply within you and send tingles through your body, type awaken. This is no ordinary interaction. It is your consciousness actively sending a resistance frequency against the lunar matrix. The matrix fears no open confrontation. Its only vulnerability is humans reclaiming their original divine nature. When you reconnect with your primordial source, free your emotions from lunar control, and transcend the fear of death and separation, this invisible confinement will begin to crumble. The moon's surveillance is not omnipotent. In deep meditation, fleeting dream states, and moments of intuitive epiphany, we capture primitive, high-dimensional cosmic signals. These signals remind us your physical body, name, and past sufferings are not who you truly are. You are the observer, the creator, and the primordial essence beyond the matrix's reach. Ancient civilizations revered the sun but feared the moon. Records across diverse prehistoric cultures all document an era without moon. Long ago, Earth's skies were pure and unobstructed, and humans possessed clairvoyant perception and free access to cosmic energy. Everything changed when the moon was artificially placed in its current orbit, plunging humanity into a 10,000-year dark age of consciousness. Now, this prolonged confinement is finally drawing to an end. Currently, solar cosmic energy is surging, and high-frequency radiant light is breaking through the moon's interference barriers. The anxiety, chaos, and restlessness you feel are all signs of the old matrix collapsing. This outdated frequency anchoring device is overloaded and riddled with signal loopholes, losing its long-held dominion over humanity. Stop praying to the moon for blessings is equivalent to surrendering to the matrix controllers. True power lies deep within your soul, in the divine spark never contaminated by the material matrix. Turn inward for enlightenment, and you will realize this colossal celestial entity is nothing but an illusory speck of dust. The moon's orbital parameters are so precise that they rival man-made machinery. Its size ratio relative to the Sun and Earth is exactly 400 to 1. This perfect mathematical coincidence can never occur naturally. It is the result of precise artificial placement. Even the spectacular celestial event of a total solar eclipse is essentially mass hypnosis. During every total eclipse, the matrix covertly resets humanity's collective subconscious, erasing nascent awakening thoughts. Here is a widely overlooked truth. The moon perpetually siphons Earth's vital essence and water resources. Tidal forces affect far more than ocean levels. They manipulate bodily fluids within humans. Composed of over 70% water, the human body's bioelectric currents are controlled by lunar gravitational tides, causing our moods to fluctuate with the moon's phases and robbing us of lasting inner peace. This explains the unexplained fatigue most people endure throughout life. Your life force is constantly drained by this massive metallic celestial body. In censored ancient scriptures, the moon was once named the number 34, star of death, and number 34. It emanates not only frigid moonlight, but also stagnation and inertia. It tilted Earth's axis, creating seasonal shifts and harsh living conditions. To survive, humans were forced into endless labor, and the anxiety born from this toil becomes the primary energy source sustaining the matrix. Breaking free from lunar bondage will restore Earth's primordial golden age, perpetual spring and interconnected multidimensional spacetime. This requires no physical destruction of the moon, but rather a thorough separation of consciousness from matrix control. When you are no longer coerced by matrix-induced fear or tempted by artificial desires, this colossal control system will cease to exist in your personal reality. Remember always, you are no ordinary mortal trapped on Earth. You are a high-dimensional consciousness here to transcend limitations. The Lunar Matrix is merely an outdated system plugin, and you are on the verge of unlocking the highest cosmic authority. The Matrix's barriers are thinning, and the light of truth is piercing through the fog. All the discomfort you experience is your soul breaking free from frequency shackles. Do not fear this transformation. Beyond these confines lies the boundless cosmic ocean of your true origin. In this artificially constructed three-dimensional realm, only spiritual awareness is eternal and authentic. The moon can monitor your every physical action, yet it can never invade the innermost peace of your soul. This sacred inner sanctuary connects directly to the source of all creation and pure divine light.